I am. It's the on-campus
Eagles Sessions, Gayle Saunders, esports.com, talking a big win over the Houston Texans. Our beloved Eagles win 31-21. With that being said, we should be super excited as we're in first place in the division. We're now 6-2. The Dallas Cowboys lost. They are now 6-3. But we did lose D'Amico Ryans with a torn Achilles. I believe it's the same Achilles that he tore a couple years back, which is not a good thing. Could that be the last time we see D'Amico Ryans in an Eagles uniform? Possibly. But Nick Foles, broken clavicle. They're saying the shoulder, but the rumor is that it's broken clavicle. If that is the case, that's a 6 to 8 week injury. At the beginning of the game, Nick Foles comes in, throws a touchdown, and it was a nice bomb to Jeremy Maclin. Jeremy Maclin caught it. I believe it was a 59-yard catch. But Jeremy Maclin balling out of control. Jeremy Maclin on a day, 6 catches, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns. Coming off that touchdown, the defense is looking pretty sound. Nick Foles is late on another throw. Late over the middle. Those are the words that you can never be said in the same sentence in the NFL. Late over the middle always equals interception. But especially, if you don't, your deep ball accuracy isn't on point, you cannot be late. And Nick Foles, before his injury, he was not looking good, and he hasn't been looked really great this season so far. So, when Sanchez came in the game, I'm gonna be honest, and I wasn't that nervous. If you watched preseason, Eagles preseason football, you'd realize that Sanchez has looked great in preseason. He's a guy that he's the butt fumble. Hashtag butt fumble. That is Mark Sanchez. When they signed him, I was super upset, but seeing that, what he did in preseason, he proved himself to me, especially in this offense. It's a QB-friendly offense because it's run-based offense, and, a guy who has some kind of movement in the pocket, and if you're accurate, you hit your check downs, guys are open. And that's the funny thing, with Foles, he missed a lot of guys that were open in the last couple games. But Sanchez came in there, and first play off the back, he's thrown deep to Jeremy Maclin. And then he hits Jordan Matthews with a nice little touch pass in the end zone, which was, it was pretty awesome. I mean, Sanchez on the day was 15 for 22, 202 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Foles before injury was 10 for 13, 124 yards, 1 touchdown and interception. Sanchez era is here, folks. I think if this offense is based around the run like it should be, we should be fine. LaShawn McCoy on the day, 23 carries, 117 yards. He had a good day rushing. Still, he's still a dancer. He's not the guy that we saw last year. I don't know if he's uninspired by the line play or he's just uninspired. Chris Polk comes in there. Chris Polk had a good day, 8 carries, 50 yards, 1 touchdown. He was north and south all game. He looked great in short yardage. Put his head down when he needed to. Got a couple first downs that we needed. Another guy who I can't talk more about, Darren Sproles. Darren Sproles is a key part in this offense. Look back at the couple plays where he came in and moved the chains. Sproles on the day, he had 3 carries for 17 yards. Sproles had 4 catches for 46 yards, and a lot of those were, plays that were moving the chains. And that's something I think moving forward you have to get him more involved. Every time he touches the ball, he makes a big play. The defense, hats off to the Eagles defense. Their pass rush was, pretty much in the face of Fitzpatrick, whether it was Kendricks, whether it was Barwin, whether it was a different array of players. Guys were in his face pretty much all day. Think about the 21 points that the Texans scored today. They're all off turnovers. I mean, these players are that, our players, we're just making huge mistakes. Huff again today. He had another turnover. The ball that bounced off his hand, and Sanchez got called for the interception, but that was on Huff. And then the pick six at the house that Foles threw earlier in the game. That's another play. That's another touchdown. And then the D'Amico Ryans catches the ball, interception off the pressure in his face. And then he tears his Achilles and he drops the ball. Understandable that those things happen. The dude is out for the season. But some positives about today's game. The couple of drives. Especially when the game was close in the second half. The Eagles came back with a drive of 4 runs. 2 big runs to LaShawn McCoy, and then 2 big runs with Chris Polk. That's huge. I mean, like if you can sustain that kind of running success, that's a big part to what this offense is all about. At the end of the game, we put in like an 8-minute drive. We're talking a Chip Kelly offense with an 8-minute drive. Not only do we drive the field, but Sanchez hits Macklin in the corner of the end zone. Nice catch. Touchdown. That's the kind of way that you close out a team. Not only do we, get the score there, but we had an opportunity where we could have kicked a field goal, but instead Chip Kelly puts his balls on the table and says, "No, we're gonna go for the first down." It was a big run by Polk, but the incredible Polk came through. I mean, those are the kind of runs that we need on a consistent basis. With Foles potentially out for the season, it's sad that Sanchez has to come in this way, but in football, it's next man up, and Sanchez has a great opportunity for his career if he has a sound year. I mean, one thing that you like about Sanchez is his mobility. It's not like he's the fastest guy, but he's athletic enough to step up in the pocket. If there's nothing there, he can tuck it and run. He's able to, move outside the pocket a little bit more fluid than what Foles would do. You gotta like that. But Sanchez, I would never in a million years think that I would be rooting for Sanchez on a Philadelphia Eagle team. I'm even shocked that he was on this team in the beginning of the season. So, football is a game of, you really never know what's going to happen, and it's really next man up. Eagle fans out there, how do you guys feel? We lost our emotional leader in D'Amico Ryans. We lost a good quality dude in Nick Foles. We're not sure how long, but the team has to rally together. And with all that's happened, with all the players that have gone down, with injuries, Todd Harriman's probably out, but we're gonna get back Evan Mathis. Kelsey was back. That was a huge help to our screen game. So, with all the adversity that we're seeing, let's look at the bigger picture here. We are 6-2 and in first place. So, can we move deep into the playoffs with Sanchez? He's been there and he's done that in the past. I'm not saying that he's the all-world Sanchez now that he's in this offense, but I think he's a serviceable quarterback in this QB-friendly offense. All he has to do is just hit guys that are open and not do too much and rely on the run game, and we can do something. The defense has played well. Hopefully, someone's gonna have to step up in that linebacking core to replace D'Amico. Hopefully, Kendricks steps up to the table. But Eagle fans out there, gotta be happy we're in first place. But I'm Gayle Saunders, Eagle Sessions. Living the dream, not as in Dream Team, but living the dream.